Kush and Chemtrails, the world's most dangerous podcast.
Before we go out, you guys want to check this out real quick?
What are we tripping or what?
Yeah, you guys want to go on a little trip?
Is that a map?
Right? Yeah, this is really cool, bro.
Let's take a fucking
it really
trip,
is.
Dog.
Let's
upside down.
Trip on this. Yeah.
Nobody should be asked to handle this trip. That's some heavy shit. When you were tripping.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. So,
It reminded me of that one fucking politician that had that weird scream, and then that was the end of his fucking political career. You remember that dude?
nah.
He said some shit like,
Oh,
end
yeah.
of his speech and shit.
Yeah, I do
And
remember
nobody
that.
could take that fool serious.
I
after
do remember.
that.
Was it
after
Beto
that, he was
O'Rourke?
out the race after that.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a
he
wrap.
was just like, oh yeah, fuck
Was
that.
it Beto
I
O'Rourke?
think so.
It was the one like, man. Bro, after that, the whole world just stopped and looked at each other like, not him.
Super uncomfortable.
He did one of these too, kicked in the air with the 1 foot like a Ryu punch.
He probably felt on top of the world when he did it, and then it was like,
Kicked his leg with it like. Hey, at the podium, it was million niggas behind him and shit. I'm talking about everybody was like, yeah, this guy's cool.
That fool got the energy and just he couldn't contain
Dude,
it,
it
bro.
was crazy. Like,
Yes, wow.
Damn, bro.
it was something to see, bro.
that
Like,
shit's so old.
now
but
that he
still
brought it
funny.
back,
That's
yeah, it's
fucked up.
just it just relives you again, just the moment, bro. It's just like a Carlton moment, bro. I promise you.
That's fucking whack, bro. Imagine your moment to shine and you
Right.
blow
And
it,
you
bro.
blow
Because his
it.
speech was dope. Like,
You
he
just
killed it.
completely blow it.
Hey, that was like Obama going up there eating a bowl of chicken, motherfucking bucket of chicken. Like, nigga, we won. Like, what the
It's
fuck?
pretty bad, bro.
Like, nah, get this nigga out of here.
Do you remember the old Toyota commercials?
Oh, what a feeling.
Remember they jump in the air?
Toyota.
That's what it reminds me of. Toyota.
Oh shit, our MK Ultra's kicking in.
Bro,
and shit.
hey, that shit. Hey,
Oh, fuck.
it was that. It was a Toyota moment for sure.
Absolutely.
Since they can't institute handlers for everybody, our televisions are like handler, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey.
Because they programmed us.
Now we need a Cushy Chemtrail fucking picture where we just jump in the air like the Mentos commercial with our
Yeah.
legs in the air and shit.
Oh, that would be dope, bro. that's hot. We gotta do it.
We gotta do
We
it.
gotta do it.
The freshman.
Cushman. The Cushman.
Bro, let's
That's a strain too, Cushman. So look, guys, let's get into this
All right,
fucking
let's
trip
trip,
on this
let's trip.
fucking 20 minutes
Let's
later.
trip.
Let's go.
So look, this map, bro. This is an old map, dog, that was pretty fucking prominent a few hundred years ago, and they're trying to pass it off as a mistake. But they used it for like a whole fucking like 200 years.
That's
And
not
they're
a
like,
mistake.
right?
Oh man, is it upside down or what the fuck?
I don't know what the fuck's going on, right? So you have Florida, you have Mexico, and then you have this little weird island over here, right? And you're like, damn, that's like where California would be. So come over here, and I've always heard that the state of California was named by the Spanish over some sort of like land that was like paradise to them. And so I researched it. And just so you guys know, Doc's camera's off. It's done now. The battery's done.
We still got battery.
Yeah, we can do it on the. You want to do it on the? You want to switch it right now? You can.
I mean,
Or you want to wait till the next episode and just save it for that? So we got a whole one for that.
this is the last little segment.
Yeah, yeah. So with the island of California, I found this. It says the island of California refers to a long-held European misconception dating from the 16th century that the Baja California Peninsula was not part of mainland North America, but was a large island separated from the continent by a strait now known as the Gulf of California. So they had it on this map, bro, that, you know, Baja California, where TJ is, Tijuana, that wasn't connected to California. There was water right there. And this was an island unto itself. Okay? So one of the most famous cartographic errors in history. It was propagated on many maps during the 17th and 18th centuries, despite contradictory evidence from various explorers. The legend was initially infused with the idea that California was a terrestrial paradise like the Garden of Eden or Atlantis. Right? So I keep looking into it, and it says the history behind this. It says the first known mention of the legend of the island of California was in 1510. It was a romance novel called Las Sergas de Esplandian by Garcia Rodriguez de Montalvo. And then, anyways, a quote from this book, it says, "Know that on the right hand of the Indies there is an island called California, very close to the side of the terrestrial paradise, and it is peopled by black women without any man among them, for they live in the manner of Amazons."
Khalifa.
So all them times motherfuckers have seen them thick ass bitches that was like a teacher in your class, you was like, damn, that bitch Amazon. She probably was really one, huh?
Right.
Yeah,
Well, what's really interesting is that the Spanish were talking that this land was originally inhabited by black women, which is exactly what Dan Calloway talks about. That the slave trade and all that, a lot of it is propagated. It's bullshit.
All propaganda. It's already
bullshit.
here.
No wonder why.
So here it is right here. This is facts right here. This is in the 1500s.
Look,
1510 romance novel. So that's what really stuck out about that.
No wonder E.T. wanted to go home, goddammit. See it say to terrestrial paradise.
There it is. Yeah.
He was an extra.
And I heard him say Khalifa, though. Khalifa's a woman goddess, too. Like, that, and that's California, you know, is said to be named
after her.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And she was like one of the finest Amazonian women you can ever see.
so the first known reappearance of the island of California on a map dates to 1622 in a map by Michiel Colijn, and that's Colijn is the last name of Amsterdam. The image became the standard for many later maps throughout the 17th century and intermittently into the 18th century. Previous maps show the Gulf terminating in its correct location. So they're saying that was all a mistake.
Right.
But it was a mistake propagated for 200 years on mini maps.
There she go.
That's
Khalifa.
crazy, right? That many people were making cartographical errors, if that is the correct word, at that time when they were so precise about everything else. So this says Calafia. That's Calafia. And Calafia or Califia is the fictional queen of the island of California, first introduced by 16th century poet Garcia Rodriguez de Montalvo in his epic novel. And it says Calafia is a pagan warrior. She's a queen who ruled over a kingdom of black women living on the island of California, an island off the coast of Asia. Calafia is convinced to raise an army of women warriors and sail away from California with a large flock of trained griffins so that she can join a Muslim battle against Christians who are defending Constantinople. In the siege, the griffins harm enemy and friendly forces, so they are withdrawn. Calafia and her ally Radiaro fight in single combat against the Christian leaders, a king and his son. The knight Esplandian Calafia is bested and taken prisoner. She converts to Christianity. She marries a cousin of Esplandian and returns with her army to California for further adventures. The name of Calafia was likely formed from the Arabic word Khalifa, Khalifa, that is known as Caliph, Caliph in English, and Khalifa, Califa in Spanish. And I wanted to show you guys this. Well, I guess we'll get into it in a second, but a lot of Spanish, bro, is very identical to Arabic, bro. It's crazy, bro, how close it is. Like, pantalones is pants, right? In Spanish. In Arabic, pantalon. That's crazy, fool. It's like dead on. So it's very close. So, anyways, oh yeah, it goes on here. This is really cool. Calafia is introduced as a regal black woman. Again, black woman. Why is this guy saying a black woman? Of all places, like he could say black woman if it is the out of Africa theory is correct, right? Yeah. Why is he not saying, why isn't this island off the coast of Africa, right? So again, I would point to things like this when talking about Dan Calloway. So anyways, A regal black woman, courageous, strong of limb, and large of person, full in the bloom of womanhood, the most beautiful of a long line of queens, who ruled over the mythical realm of California. She is said to be desirous of achieving great things. She wanted to see the world and plunder a portion of it with superior fighting ability, using her army of women warriors. She commanded a fleet of ships with which she demanded tribute from surrounding lands, and she kept an aerial defense force of griffins, fabulous animals which were native to California, trained to kill any man they found. That's amazing. Griffins? Bro, I've seen California condors. Those are big as fuck. I never seen no fucking griffin. But anyway, so here's the Spanish and Arabic words. So you have barrio and bari. You have taza, means cup, and taza. Algodón, alcutín, right? Tabaco, tubac. Alhambra, alhambra. Almohada, mijada. Aldea, dea. Asesino, hasasin.
Just different spelling.
Exactly.
Similar pronunciation.
Alcohol, cool.
That's why you see a lot of Arabic and guys from the Middle East come to California, man, because they can speak the language like easy.
Yeah.
That's a good
You
point.
got businesses and everything around here, and they'll link up with the Mexican dudes and
For sure.
have businesses all on the block, bro.
Absolutely. So there's a ton of them on here. I'm not going to read all these, but you get what I'm saying. Look, arroz for rice. Let me see if there's any other common ones. Naranja,
Orange, yeah.
for orange.
Yeah.
Right? Sandia for watermelon. That's pretty fucking close. And for those of you that fucking love al pastor, al pastor, also known as tacos al pastor, is a taco made with split grilled pork. Cooking method is based on the lamb shawarma brought by Lebanese immigrants to Mexico. So al pastor is Lebanese. It's from the Middle East. It's not from Mexico.
A lot of our culture is so intertwined, and we have no clue.
Yeah, it's all.
You just showed with the language too how it's all, you know,
'Cause
it
that's
builds
kinda
on
like-
each other. You
Because
know,
pastor is kind of like a gyro lamb meat, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I fucks with
that's
that.
what they
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So you go on, and have you guys heard of Lemuria?
Lemur Park.
Orale, Lemur Park, fool. Shout out Dom Kennedy. Lemur Park's in the house. Project Blowed before that. But close. Lemuria. It's like Atlantis. Have you heard of that?
Madagascar, huh?
So Lemuria is a land, a name of the land that was given over. You know where Madagascar is?
Okay, yes.
Okay, so it's on the east coast. If you guys aren't familiar, it's off the east coast of Africa. It's on this side. It's an island. Okay, so what they claim is that there was a continent connecting Madagascar all the way up through Asia, all the way to Australia, and all the way to California, and that was called Lemuria.
Damn.
So what I'm postulating here is that the island of California was part of Lemuria at one time. It would have to be, just like you found that portions of Africa were in
That I still don't
Georgia
understand that
and
shit. I
Alabama
still don't
because when they
understand
split apart. Well,
I
if
have
this
no
area
clue.
sunk like they hypothesized that it did sink, then those areas were part of California at one time, Lemuria. So in 1864, The Mammals of Madagascar was a book written by zoologist and biogeographer Philip Sclater, appeared in the Quarterly Journal of Science, using a classification he referred to as lemurs, but which included related primate groups, and puzzled by the presence of their fossils in Madagascar and India, but not in Africa and the Middle East. He proposed that Madagascar and India had once been part of a larger part of a larger continent. And they said he was correct in this, though in reality, this was Mauritia and the supercontinent Gondwana. So they're saying he was correct in this, but they want to give it different names. Just like they were correct about Operation Fishbowl, but it's not a dome, it's the fucking Allen Belt, or the Van Allen Belt. But the same thing that they had to do, the same process, right? So, anyways, this is what it says. It says, the anomalies of mammal fauna of Madagascar can best be explained by supposing that a large continent occupied parts of the Atlantic and Indian Oceans, that this continent was broken up into islands of which some have become amalgamated with Africa, some with what is now Asia, and that in Madagascar, in the Macarene Islands, we have existing relics of this great continent, for which I should propose the name Lemuria. So these people in Lemuria are supposed to be pretty fucking advanced. And here's a map right here. You see Europe, Asia, Mu connecting down to Australia, Lemuria over here. This is one proposed map, and Atlantis. But they're proposing down here that Lemuria is actually part of this down here, right? And they call it Kumari Kandam. And I found this as part of the fucking Indians. And Kandam spelled Kandam for you dirty-minded people out there. So Kumari Kandam is a mythical continent believed to be lost with an ancient Tamil civilization supposedly located south of present-day India in the Indian Ocean. And so basically, this goes on to talk about more of the theory of the continent linked between Lemuria, between Madagascar and India that they're calling Lemuria. And they describe it in the Tamil and Sanskrit literature, and because it's based on the same thing. So that's why I'm like, okay, this is Lemuria then. This is what they're talking about. And it makes more sense because it's actually connected to Madagascar. As opposed to this map up here that I showed originally. They got it over here off California only. But then what's all this right here? So it would make more sense to me. You see how this is? How they got it? They got it actually connected here, and then going here to Australia, bro. And then here. Right? So that makes more sense. And what's awesome, bro, is they've actually proven that these fucking continents are submerged. So that's there. That's just whether or not you want to. Again, the facts are real on this channel. It's just the opinions formulated.
Correct.
Take it how you want to take it.
Correct.
But those are there. They've found these continents. They've even found relics from these continents underwater, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking mind blowing.
So our maps have been changing and morphing over time constantly.
Absolutely.
Well, that makes more sense than a stagnant map anyway.
Yeah. And like we saw, they're upside down. That fucking blew my mind.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
That was the first thing Ronnie said.
I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
We could have been reading it wrong the whole time.
Bro, they got people that are fucking proving that it is upside down. Like, it's not even like I don't even know how to read it. Like, they're like, yeah, Germany's really here. And like, I watched this whole fucking video. Buck sent it to me. You see this shit underwater, bro?
Damn.
That's Blavatsky. I'm trying to find the right spot. Let me see. Where's my time stamps at? Okay. That's the one who schooled Gandhi on everything. She's the leader of the Theosophical Society. I think they were behind Hitler too, bro. Because a lot of the shit that the Germans were doing very similar to what they were proposing. So I think that he was the face of what was going on, Hitler. But hold on, let me get it to the right timestamp right there. She's pretty fucking smart though. She's got really good books. Alright. Let me play this real quick, Desai. So basically, dog, let me see real quick. And I'm stopping at... Alright. It's going to be about 3.5 minutes, but just check it out, bro. It's really informational. And it talks about how she was talking about all this and just different stuff that people put forth. And it's really interesting. Like, you'll see what they talk about, but they've found things that people written about thousands of years ago, dog. They found historical evidence of it. And it's like, yo, this proves all this shit. It's fucking gnarly, bro. It's I thought it was fascinating.
In 1888, Helena Blavatsky published her book, The Secret Doctrine, in which she gives fascinating information about Lemuria. She proposes that Lemuria was the cradle of one of the 7 races of humanity. She writes that millions of years ago, an ancient humanoid race coexisted with the dinosaurs. These beings supposedly possessed 4 arms and eyes and were egg-laying hermaphrodites. Curiously, this description is very similar to some of the ancient Hindu deities, which were often depicted with 4 arms. Although Westerners don't believe in the ancient Sanskrit texts and regard them as mere bedtime stories, there is plenty of evidence which proves that some of the legends there, as crazy as they sound, are actually real. An example of this is one story about Lord Rama and his Vanara humanoid monkey army, which according to the epic Ramayana built a massive bridge between mainland India and Sri Lanka to rescue Lord Rama's wife, who was imprisoned there. Of course, no one except the Hindus even took this story seriously, until many years later. Satellite images taken by NASA revealed that what we see could in fact be a collapsed ancient bridge, now partially submerged under the ocean. The text from the Ramayana even described the building process in great detail. The process contained survey, planning, execution, and post-completion, all of which are fundamental parts of the process of every architecture, even today. There was even a chief engineer of the project called Nala, which is why the bridge is also known as Nala Setu, or the Bridge of Nala. The texts give details of all the materials used for the construction, and all the types of trees which were first piled on the sea ridge to provide a pile foundation or wood cushion effect. On top of them, large and small stones were piled, and on top of the stones, a flat finished level was arranged. The Vanara monkey people even held ropes on both sides of the bridge to build it in proper linear alignment, a technique used even today. The entire story was confirmed to be a truly historical event when Dr. Badri Narayanan, the former director of the Geological Survey of India, examined the structure, and his team drilled 10 boreholes along the alignment of the bridge. What he discovered was startling. About 6 meters below the surface, he found a consistent layer of calcareous sandstone, corals, and boulder-like materials. It was obvious that the ancient bridge was man-made. Further investigations confirmed that the bridge was created around 7,000 years ago, the same period the Ramayana was written. According to the Ramayana, the ratio of the bridge was 10:1, length to width. Measured today, the bridge is about 35 kilometers, or 21 miles, long, and
Damn.
3.5 kilometers, or 2.1 miles, wide. The exact ratio of 10:1 as described in the epic. Scientists examining the bridge concluded that the stones used for the construction are older than the sand itself, confirming someone placed them there using advanced forms of engineering. Other scientists, while also agreeing that the bridge is man-made, believed it was built 1.7 million years ago, a time when modern humans didn't even exist. This is the time of the Homo erectus.
They be killing me with the timing of things, but this is a great fucking story still.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know about the timing either, but the ratio, it's all written down. Like, yo, that blew my mind, bro.
That's amazing, bro.
That blew my mind.
It's amazing.
So that's how I connected it all. I started searching for the true, I was like, hey man, why are we called California? You know what I'm saying? And so that led me to the island of California, which seemed logical that if everything was connected, well then if you look at where it is, it would have also been connected to Lemuria. Right? And it's submerged. I mean, not like I'm trying to lead you there, but that's my possibility.
I remember the first time I was introduced to some of the Hindu writings. I was at LAX. I'm probably not the only one that's been approached by them at LAX.
I've got books from them.
Yeah, and then I started reading some of it. It was interesting, bro.
Yeah.
And that was when I was first getting into my kind of awakening, doing some yoga and meditation.
Yeah.
So I thought it was,
Yeah.
And I remember Rama, because they have these chants, because they said this world is so chaotic nowadays.
Yeah.
It was kind of like they were taking the onus off of us modern men, because they know, like, it's almost like they were saying you can't tap into what was in the past.
Right.
So just do this. And they were just saying, say these chants, because you can't really even meditate to the level that you should be capable of. So just use this in the meantime in this realm that you're in. I was
Right.
like, fuck, bro. This
Are you
is
talking
crazy.
about the what book is it? The Bahagavad Gita, as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it
sir.
up there in my room.
I
You know what's
still
so
have
crazy?
mine too. I got mine 30-some years ago.
Damn. I was looking for all the holy books, right? I was trying to put them all together because I had the Ethiopian Bible, and I had the Bible, and I had the fucking different ones that I had. And I go to my kid's house, and then people came by, bro, and had dropped that shit off. The Hare Krishnas, they came by and just dropped one off. So how crazy is that? I was looking for that book, and there was one right there on my kid's doorstep. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. It was around the same time that we were talking to Dr. Day, bro. And I've had that book ever since then.
Kush and Chemtrails, the world's most dangerous podcast.